Bruxish, Murkrow, and Landorus incarnate form. 3 Pokemon that you don't really see commonly in Regulation D. However, all of them have their own niche picks that allows these Pokemon to perform pretty well in the current meta. Let us see how this team that features all 3 of them will perform. This team features some off-meta picks with the Murkrow, Bruxish, and Landorus incarnate form. A lot of this team is pretty simple. Murkrow for Tailwind Wars, and what's really nice is that you don't have to absolutely set up the Tailwind immediately and have to worry about Tornadus taunts in that Tailwind War, while being able to set up Sunny Day for the Flutter Mane and Chi to really dish out a lot of damage. Landorus-I is a really strong Pokemon with the Sheer Force ability, and its speed tier is really unique, allowing it to outspeed the Water Shifu and threaten it with Psychic, and the ground coverage alongside Sludge Bomb to hit Rillaboom is really powerful as well. Finally, the Rillaboom for the grassy terrain also helps out fake out support and be able to U-turn out into your offensive threats more safely, while Bruxish is a really incredible mon with the dazzling ability to prevent any priority moves from the Sheer-Powered Dragonite, which is a thing that Tailwind teams don't exactly like dealing with, and has the Trick Room and Taunt option for Amoonguss, Cresselia, and a lot of other things that you would want to disrupt Tailwind. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description. Cresselia, Landorus Fairy, Flutter Mane, Heatran, Bronzong, and a Gastrodon. Okay, now I'm not exactly too sure on how this match was going to go. I really do like the Chi-Yu offensively. Chi-Yu can do a lot of damage to their team, and I mean a lot of damage. It's kind of complicated. I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go with like my Landorus, which is a really good option. Landorus is really strong against their team. Are they going to bring their own Heatran? Quite a bit of things. I don't really want to bring the Flutter Mane. I don't think Flutter Mane does that much. I don't think Murkrow does that much either. Like, Flutter Mane can do some passive damage, but it's threatened my Heatran, it's threatened my Bronzong potentially. I don't really pick up knockouts. Chi-Yu definitely can pick up knockouts, and I do like Chi-Yu a lot. A Chi-Yu Rillaboom seems really strong here. Fake out pressure, just being able to dish out a lot, as long as it's not Covert Cloak on the Cresselia for some reason. I like Landorus in the back. I really like the Bruxish because I can use Taunt to stop a Trick Room, or I could use Reverse Trick Room with my Bruxish. I can also prevent like fake outs onto my team as well, depending on what they lead here specifically. So let us see how this is going to perform. I really like the idea of dishing out a lot of damage just using Chi-Yu with Heat Wave. They don't have a switch in other than Heatran, and I can Stomping. Looks like they're going to lead the Cresselia plus the Heatran immediately. Okay, which isn't too bad. I have a few options. I can fake out the Heatran, and I can go for a Choice Specs Overheat into the Cresselia and do a ton of damage. And I think I could Dark Pulse here, but you know what? Like, why not go for the Overheat? This could be Terra Fairy on the Cresselia. Let's just get as much damage as we possibly can onto that Cresselia. Overheat and fake out the Heatran. So Cresselia reveals Protect. Interesting. Okay, so they have Protect. Good to know. We will fake out the Heatran. So I could have went for like maybe fake out Dark Pulse, which wouldn't have been that bad, but okay. So I go for the Overheat, fails in the Cresselia. That's not that awful. It's not amazing, but it's like not potentially the worst here. I think I'm just gonna go out into my Bruxish for my Chi-Yu now and just go for a Stomping Tantrum into the Heatran. Get as much damage as I possibly can into the Heatran. I want to make sure that the Beats of Ruin isn't active, so my Rillaboom doesn't go down here. I threaten it, so maybe Bruxish outspeeds the Heatran next turn and goes for the Wave Crash potentially. Stomping Tantrum going to come out into the Heatran. We outspeed, almost pick up that knockout in the Heatran. A Heat Wave is going to come out into my team, does a pretty significant amount of damage, but still able to take it just fine. And Trick Room does come out from the Cresselia, which is not surprising here. So, okay, that Heatran is definitely really slow, as we can definitely reverse the Trick Room here with our Bruxish. And yeah, no Terra was interesting here. I could swap out if I really want to. Landorus isn't a bad option and just go for the reverse Trick Room here, which I don't think is that bad. I could also Terra with my Rillaboom, but I feel like it's a bit too late to Terra. Although Rillaboom is still very nice in this matchup. I guess I don't need the Landorus healthy in this game. I'm going to go hard Landorus actually. Gonna go hard Landorus, save my Rillaboom because I do really like the pressure that it exerts. I wonder if they have Gasha on the back. I might want to try to swap in, or they're gonna go for Lunar Blessing. Psychic gonna come out in a Bruxish, which is fine. We should be able to tank it comfortably. Yep. Heat Wave going to come out. We are going to be able to tank both of these. Nice. Okay, perfect. Eat up with the Citrus Berry with the Bruxish, and now pretty solid position. We can go for a taunt with Bruxish into the Cresselia. I don't think it's going to be Mental. We reverse Trick Room, and now we can taunt the Cresselia, which I actually didn't really know that Bruxish got taunt, so I wonder my opponent will know, because I definitely wouldn't, I think. But yeah, we are going to go for the taunt in the Cresselia, and I think I want to double out here actually into my Chi-Yu, because I could go for like a Psychic here or a Sludge Bomb, but really like Chi-Yu just offensively destroys the team with Dark Pulse now. And I could also go for things like the Psychic Fangs, or I can go for the Wave Crash double up. Like, I just feel like I'm in a really good offensive position. So let's bring out our Chi-Yu. I think it's going to probably be Protect from the Heatran and attack with Cresselia. Yep, it is going to be Protect from the Heatran. Not too surprising. And let's see if I caught this Cresselia off guard with the taunt from my Bruxish here into that Cresselia. Let's see, are you some specific item that's going to catch me off guard? Nope, they went for a Psychic actually, not Landorus. So covering for a taunt maybe, but it works out beautifully in my favor. Or reverse Trick Room. They might have thought I was going to try reverse Trick Room again, but this works out huge in my favor. Now I can go for a Dark Pulse into the slots that I want to. I'm going to go for Psychic Fangs in the Heatran, and I'm going to go for a Dark Pulse also into the Heatran slot. It basically covers like any switch that they can make, and it looks like no switches, so I could have went for a Wave Crash. Not the biggest deal in the world, because I don't think Cresselia is really providing that much here, so I don't mind it sticking around. Get a Psychic Fangs off. Not bad for a chip, and we're going to see Psychic going to come out of Bruxish, but I should be able to tank one even with the Beats of Ruin. Yep. Perfect, perfect. Oh, that was a crit even, and we're still able to tank it. And a special defense drop. Maybe it's gonna matter. Maybe it's gonna matter. We'll find out, I guess. Grassy Terrain disappears, but we still have it in the back. Fluttermane's the only one I'm like pretty scared of here, and it is gonna be that Fluttermane come in. All right. So the Fluttermane's where it gets complicated. Yeah, that is not an easy Pokemon for me to deal with here. I gotta figure out something. Dazzling Gleam would hurt. I could just Dark Pulse here and I guess Wave Crash the Fluttermane, which I don't think is a bad option. I think I am gonna Dark Pulse the Cresselia and just go for the Wave Crash. Oh, wow. So I KO the Cresselia. Cresselia goes down. The Fluttermane is slower than my Chi-Yu, so it's either going for Trick Room or it's just slow. I went in for a Moonblast. Okay, into my Chi-Yu. Not able to outspeed. I go for a Wave Crash into the Fluttermane. That is a lot of damage. Doesn't pick up a knockout, but I am happy with that trade. If I know that the Fluttermane is slower than my Chi-Yu, that is a huge advantage right there. Landorus going to come in, so I'm only curious if this is Scarf Landorus, because that's the only thing I'm really worried about. But at this point, I don't think it's like that bad of an option. Let's see here. I do want chip on a both if I can. Let's see. If it's Scarf Landorus, I'm not too concerned, I guess, because it can outspeed my Chi-Yu, but I think it's still probably acceptable. I'm going to go for a taunt into the Fluttermane, and I think I'm just going to go for a Dark Pulse into the Landorus, which I don't think is a bad option. We're going to see the Fluttermane go for the Terra here, so I wouldn't be surprised if this is Terra Fairy. No, Landorus actually is going to Terra. All right, so we're going to be the Terra Flying, so it has access to Terra Blast, which is concerning. It is concerning like how threatening that damage output is going to be, but I think we should still be acceptable. Dark Pulse. Okay, so it's not fast. Landorus almost able to KO the Landorus. Moonblast going to be fired off into the Chi, pick up the knockout, but at this rate, I'm pretty sure my Landorus-I should be able to seal this up from here. Landorus actually flinched on top of that. We're able to go for the taunt in a Fluttermane, and endgame wise, still tricky. I'm gonna go out into my so I actually wanted both Pokemon to go down because I could just fake out Landorus and Earth Power, but now it's actually a little bit complicated. I'm gonna go out into my Landorus, I guess, and protect and sack my my Flutter, or not my Fluttermane, my Bruxish here. We're going to go for the Wave Crash into the Fluttermane. We're going to go for Protect. I think the only way is if Landorus has like Rock Polish or something that can screw me over. So we're going to Protect here so we can get a Fake Out plus Earth Power endgame, and I think that should seal it. They go for a Moonblast into my Landorus. This should be like Earthquake. Not Earthquake, but Rock Slide or something. They go for Terra Blast to cover. Okay. Into my Bruxish goes down, but it did do a lot of work actually. I wanted to taunt just in case like the Fluttermane had Trick Room, because it was like a slow Fluttermane. We're bringing out a Rillaboom. We have the grassy terrain back on deck. Not gonna really impact the rest of this game, but I'm pretty sure that we should be able. I think Flutter Mane should go down to Life Orb Earth Power from Landorus. Now there was the Specs Beads of Ruin Dark Pulse, but oh man, maybe this is closer than I thought. But let's go for the fake out into the Landorus. Let's go for the, I guess we have Terra as an option, but like Terra doesn't change anything here. So yeah, we go for the single target Earth Power, Life Orb, Sheer Force boosted. Let's see. Fake out gonna come out of Landorus. Doesn't pick up a knockout, which is fine. Earth Power does a KO the Flutter Mane or not? It does. Oh yeah, no, that was the Wave Crash I hit it with. I didn't hit it with the Dark Pulse. I hit the Cresselia with Dark Pulse. Never mind. So yeah, like Earth Power I think should have just KO'd anyway. Life Orb Sheer Force is just absolutely insane in Landorus. And yep, we're going to be able to seal the game now because we have the option to go for a Wood Hammer into the Landorus. We can go for a Psychic into Landorus as well to pick up that knockout and secure the victory, as about is going to be forfeit. So very nice. Bruxish able to do well. Reverse the Trick Room, the Taunt option as well to stop the Cresselia. The Rillaboom offensively was really well. I think the only thing I could have really done better was maybe like early Terra. I think early Terra would have been nicer, but I felt like all the resources was pretty nice. I guess I did get lucky that the Flutter Mane was slow on this team, so I probably should have like saved HP on the Rillaboom. I think that would have been way better for my team in general, but it ended up working out pretty well. Tornadus or Shifu, Heatran, Excalibur, Corviknight, and Rillaboom. Interesting to see both Corviknight and the Tornadus on the same team. There's a few things that I definitely want to note. Specifically is my Chi-Yu is pretty good. Tailwind is pretty good with the Murkrow. Murkrow offense isn't too bad here. Do I want to bring Bruxish? I don't need it per se. Probably I don't need it. Like my Landorus is pretty good here. I like Murkrow. I can Tailwind against their team pretty easily. I like the idea of I like Flutter a lot, but it's mainly for like I like Rillaboom too, but it's not necessary, I guess. Yeah, I guess the Rillaboom's not necessary when they have double flying, they have a Heatran. Yeah, let's go with Murkrow and Flutter or Lando. I like Flutter more, I think. Chi-Yu and then Landorus, I think, as the last. Let's see how this performs. I'm gonna need Tailwind up for certain. I kind of wanted to lead the what's it called, the Chi-Yu, but I'm a little bit worried about Urshifu if it is leading here. I'm not sure what they lead. I feel like they have to lead Torn, but the question is like, what are they leading next to Torn here? If they lead something like Urshifu Torn, I'm clicking Sunny Day into Dazzling Gleam. Let's find out here. It's going to be the Urshifu Torn. Yeah, exactly as I thought. Okay, beautiful. I do lead my Flutter Mane plus my Murkrow. Gonna go straight for the Sunny Day. Make sure that Urshifu's doing a lot less damage than it possibly can. We're gonna go for a Dazzling Gleam with the Terra. With no Terra. I don't have to Terra yet. I want to make sure I save my Terra just in case I need it. Because the Excalibur in the back, I might need it. The Terra for my Landorus, so I'm not weak to AC Wind. We're gonna see a Protect here, which is fine. Okay. As we're gonna go for a Sunny Day. Just make sure. Oh, the Torn didn't go for a priority move. Interesting. Okay. So I get the special attack boost. This is Pixie Play, Dazzling Gleam with a special attack Photosynthesis. It shouldn't knock out the Torn, but still going to do a ton of damage. Yeah, still a good amount. Bleak Wind Storm looks like something missed. It missed my Flutter Mane. Oh, that's really good, actually. That's really good. Okay. And you know what? I'm going for Sunny Day again, and I'm going for Dazzling Gleam. I don't know if they're going to Tailwind here. They can definitely Tailwind, which I think is fine. I'm going for the Dazzling Gleam and Sunny Day because the worst case, I think, is if they go for Rain Dance on the Torn. They live the Dazzling Gleam as I Tailwind myself with Murkrow, and then they get a knockout into my Flutter Mane, and then they can Tailwind the next turn, and I'm down in a really bad deficit. So let's go for that Dazzling Gleam. We're going to see the Terra come out from their Urshifu, it looks like, okay? Which absolutely makes sense here. I guess the problem is if they close combat the Murkrow, because I don't think Surging Strikes is picking up the knockdown to Murkrow with the Sun Up. So I think it has to be another factor. Ah, they just Tailwind. Okay, I thought they were gonna Rain Dance. I thought they were gonna Rain Dance, but it's fine. A Sunny Day, it's gonna fail. Trying to cover for that rain dance as much as possible because Murkrow should underspeed the Torn. Surging Strike's going to come out in a Flutter Mane, but as you can see, that's why I wanted to Sun Up, because I wanted a defensive position against the Urshifu. With the bulky Flutter, we're able to tank this attack pretty well for the most part. Unfortunately, I think we're still in... Are we in Aqua Jet range? That's pretty close to say. We get the Dazzling Gleam off into the Urshifu, and Torn goes down. So not a bad start, and we can secure the Tailwind here unless they... I don't think Excalibur Ice Shard knocks out Murkrow this range. I think they have to double up the Murkrow slot to pick up a knockout. The Excalibur going to be revealed here. Absolutely fine. We're going to go for the Tailwind here, and we're going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. Not much to say here. If they Ice Shard my Flutter Mane, that's completely okay. Yep, as they do. Perfect. And Chi-Yu Heat Wave is just going to direct so much damage. A Tailwind going to come out from the Murkrow. And Close Combat going to come out. I don't know if Murkrow survives. We'll find out. No, they Surging Strikes again, so I should easily live this. 1, 2. Yeah, I live. Okay. I wonder if I KO'd a Bax with Heat Wave. Because I do want to go Chi-Yu, because like Beats a Ruin Sun boosted Heat Wave. It just seems like it's going to nuke. I could go for the Terra Fire, I guess, to secure it, but... They have a Heatran about. If they have Heatran, it's fine. But no, I don't want. Actually, no, I don't want a Terra. Yeah, I definitely don't want a Terra here. So I'm gonna go for a Foul Play, I guess, into the Excalibur, and I'm gonna go for the Heat Wave. The main reason I want to make sure I have Terra is because I could see a world where the Excalibur switches down to Heatran, and then I need a Terra on Landorus, or I can't break through the Heatran specifically. So they go for Protective Urshifu, which is fine. Please hit the Heat Wave with the Chi-Yu. Nice. So a lot of damage. Excalibur looks like it's the Assault Vest, because that's the only way I think you can take that attack. And we're going to see the Foul Play. Actually, we're faster in the backs. Just pick up the knockout, which makes sense because that Bax is definitely bulky. And goodbye Bax. So really, really good position. And let's see. Is it going to be the Heatran in the back? If it's the Heatran, I think we win. Corviknight. Okay. So this should be pretty secure, I think, for the most part. We're going to go for a... I mean, we got to go for the Heat Wave. And not much else we could do. Quash doesn't do anything here. I guess we're just going to Foul Play the Urshifu and go for the Heat Wave. Yeah, we're going to go for the Heat Wave and see. Aqua Jet going to come out. Interesting, which going to KO the Murkrow as a last ditch effort. All right. Heat Wave should just nuke here. Assuming we just hit the Corviknight. Okay, as long as we just hit the Corviknight, we won. Because I had Terra Water Landers, so I could just outspeed the Urshifu and win. So very, very nice. Okay, thank goodness. Sun fades, but not a big deal. Tailwind expires from their side. We have a fast Landers coming in. And I'm always just going to Terra Water just so we're not vulnerable to the Aqua Jet, and go for the Terra, or not Terra, but Earth Power into the Urshifu. Go for the Heat Wave as well into the Urshifu. We will secure the game this way because they can't go for like Aqua Jet, knock out the Landorus, and then dodge another Heat Wave into another Aqua Jet, secure the win. So we always Terra Water the Landorus to help secure the knockout and the victory. So Murkrow actually being useful. The fact that I was second to Torn and couldn't get taunted means I always guarantee Tailwind up. And also, like, yeah, this ended up working out really well. They actually targeted down the Chi-Yu. It does pick up the knockout. Sun was up earlier, so they couldn't do that. But yeah, perfect, because now we can go for the Earth Power. Knock out the Urshifu. Goodbye, Urshifu. That is a good game right there. So yeah, lead was pretty much called out perfectly. The turn one. Sure, the Bleak Wind Storm kind of sucked for them, but like then I could just go for a Tailwind Dazzling Gleam the following turn, and I feel like we're in a very similar position regardless, because I can still go for like Sunny Day pressure against their entire team. I guess like if I Terra Fired the Chi-Yu, like I actually just automatically won the game, assuming I did hit the Heat Waves. But I still think the Landorus Terra, because like I'm still just like having to hit a few Heat Waves, but that's kind of nature of the team. So like you just have to hope that I hit, and thankfully, I think I hit the Corviknight, which was like a really big one there. Because if I actually missed Corviknight, then they Aqua Jet the next turn, it actually would have been pretty ugly. Tatsugiri, Dundozo, Urshifu, Xianpao, Articuno, Abomasnow. What am I looking at right here? I have no clue. All right. I have no clue. I do have Sunny Day, though. Sunny Day is actually like pretty good against their team for the most part. I want to say it is. Let's see. How do I want to approach this? Because is it Dark Urshifu or is it Water Urshifu? Dark, right? I feel like it should be. I'm going with Chiyu. I think I definitely bring the Chiyu. I definitely bring the Flutter Mane. I think I have to bring Rillaboom, and I think I have to bring Murkrow. I think Murkrow's pretty good with Flutter Mane as a lead. Rillaboom in the back, and then Chiyu. The Xianpao is actually like threat offensively, but it's mainly because of Dondozo. It's like I feel like I'm gonna need Sunny Day. This is gonna be a little bit awkward. Landorus doesn't do enough damage. Bruxish, unfortunately, isn't like a huge payoff here. So we'll see. This is a really high rated opponent. It feels really, really weird, I think, this matchup. But let's see. Because if they Terra the Dondozo, the like grass and heat waves a thing, they're gonna lead Dondozo and Water Urshifu actually. Okay, against Flutter Mane and the Murkrow. I feel very confident in just going for a Sunny Day immediately and just going for a Dazzling Gleam, because we pretty much just, unless the Dondozo has Heavy Slam, Flutter Mane should live any attack easily. So we're just gonna go for Sunny Day and Dazzling Gleam. We're gonna see the swap here. This is probably the Tatsugiri, which is fine. Yep, Tatsugiri gonna come in. Man, it's like if I had Haze, they would be so scared right now. But I don't have Haze on the Murkrow. Actually, no, I don't have Haze. I'm pretty sure I don't have Haze. I have Sunny Day, I have Foul Play, I have Tailwind, I have Quash. Yeah, I don't have Haze. We can still get a Sunny Day up. We can get a Dazzling Gleam and chip away at the Dondozo. Losing Flutter Mane isn't ideal, but like it's still pretty okay. Because we're going to be in range of like Aqua Jet and a few other factors. We're going to see the Terra Ice. What? Is this Blizzard? Don't tell me this is Blizzard, man. Terra Ice, Dondozo. Sunny Day will come out. So we can't get frozen in the sun, basically. And Dazzling Gleam going to come out. Special attack booster. Dazzling Gleam into Dondozo. Because Dondozo has like really low special attack, man. Terra Blast, Terra Ice into the Murkrow. What is this world? Okay, so I lose Murkrow. I don't have a defensive typing on the Chiyu. Having the defensive typing would be really good here, because like let's see. We're going to Chiyu now, I think. I think they have Earthquake. I have no idea what their move would be. I have no idea what their move would be. I think I'm just gonna click Flamethrower and go into Rillaboom here. They Terra Blast the Flutter Mane. This is so bad. I'm just gonna hope that A, the Dondozo is slower than the Chiyu for some reason, or B, that I get to go, that they go for Earthquake here and I live it because I have the grassy terrain out. Let's see. Because we have the damage that Dondozo can do here. Okay. Okay, good start, good start, good start. Earthquake gonna come out. We do survive. Okay, Flamethrower into Sun, Beats of Ruin. This definitely nukes the Dondozo. Beautiful. Okay, okay, okay. Still in it, still in it. Goodbye. And now we just have to deal with the rest of their team. Granted, I feel a lot better now. I did get the read right on the Earthquake, so let's see who they bring out next. Not the Urshifu, that is the Xianpao. Okay. I haven't Terra'd yet, right? No, I have not Terra'd yet. I definitely want to Terra the Rillaboom then to Terra Grass. I think we want to see if this is Scarf on... We want to see if it's Scarf on the Tatsugiri. I think I'm going to sack here. I don't mind sacking here. I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. I'm going to Terra, and I'm going to go for the U-turn into the Xianpao. Because U-turning the Xianpao breaks the Focus Sash. I put in a Gleam Rage. If they go for a Muddy Water Protect, I guess that's kind of the awkward part. Oh, wait. I still had Fake Out Pressure, didn't I? Oh. Yeah, I did. That was a mistake, actually. I completely forgot I just hard switched in a Rillaboom there. Oh, they double protect. Okay. Wait, they both have protect. All right. How much does this change? Not too much. I guess Sucker Punch and a Draco Meteor can knock out the Rillaboom, but I don't know. I don't think it's Sash on the Tatsugiri. Get the Grassy Terrain healing. I'm flamethrowing easily, and I'm just U-turning out again. Because I don't want a Wood Hammer in this position. They could go into their own Urshifu, but I think that's fine. Urshifu might just go down to Choice Specs Flamethrower in the Sun, realistically, so I don't think that's a problem. I think it's what the Tatsugiri's moveset is. I guess if it is Icy, we're in a really bad spot, but it depends on how fast, of course, because the Tatsugiri might actually just be faster than Rillaboom, which I probably is sure. Like, Sucker Punch Draco Meteor could be a factor, but I think just like getting in the position for Flutter Mane to come in and dish out a lot is pretty big. They're going to go for the Ice Spinner. They're going to target down my Chi-Yu. Okay, so Chi-Yu goes down to the Ice Spinner. I think they want to cover if Flutter Mane was coming in for the switch, which is definitely reasonable. It also knocks out the Chi-Yu regardless. The Grassy Terrain disappears. They go for what? Oh, wait, why is there... The Rillaboom's faster than a Tatsugiri, which is not what I was anticipating. Okay. This might be really... how bad is this? It depends here. We're going to bring out our Flutter Mane. Special attack booster and Sun. I'm really worried about this endgame, but let's see. Okay, they locked in a Dragon... They had Dragon Pulse. Okay, that's fine. So we can go into Rillaboom. I think I'm going to fake out the Tatsugiri and just click Dazzling Gleam. Because we easily live Ice Spinner. I guess the sad part is we won't have terrain anymore, which is pretty big, but I think we should still be okay. I'm going to fake out the Tatsu. I'm going to go for the Dazzling Gleam here in case it's Roselli Berry Tatsu. They should just double protect here, but yeah, I don't think it's like too bad if that's the case. Yep. So we go for a Dazzling Gleam the following turn, and we're going to go for a Wood Hammer, I want to say, into the Tatsu. They're going to Ice Spinner, get rid of my terrain, do a lot of damage to... Maybe they don't. No, they should Ice Spinner, because if they're Jolly, they know they're faster, because they saw that I got the special attack boost from the Protosynthesis from earlier. So they know that they would always be faster regardless. Okay, let's go for a Wood Hammer into the Tatsu and a Dazzling Gleam here. They can't switch. They don't have a defensive play. Wood Hammer, Dazzling Gleam picks up the knockout easily. All right, this is a close one. This is a close one. Let us see if... I still can't believe it was Terra Ice on the freaking Dundozo. Let's go for a Dazzling Gleam. Let's go for a Wood Hammer. Let's just see if we can pick up knockouts. They go for a Sucker Punch, so they're going for the Sucker Punch Draco, I think. Well, actually, that doesn't even work now. Because Gleam picks up the knockout into the... Oh, actually. No, I just win now. I crit the Tatsu. All right. I'm Pixie Plate. I don't know if it mattered, but the thing is, unless me and the Tatsu speed tie, which is a really weird speed tie interaction to begin with, I get the Wood Hammer off, I KO the Tatsu, then I just Moonblast, Wood Hammer, the Urshifu that I can't tear, and I still win. So Sucker Punch endgame was actually pretty surprising into the Rillaboom. I thought if anything, they would be going for the Ice Spinner crit into Flutter Mane, or like crits in general, but yeah, now I think I just win by clicking Wood Hammer and clicking Moonblast, because I had the Grassy Terrain, so I guarantee KO the Urshifu, and the Moonblast is still okay. And yeah, they're going to forfeit because they realize that, because they need to Surging Strikes and I think Close Combat crit from the range I'm at, because I think I'm out of regular Close Combat, but yeah, very surprising to say the least. All right, let's go over the games. Game 1 was able to utilize Bruxish to reverse Trick Room and then taunt the Cresselia, preventing it from resetting the Trick Room, so I was able to outspeed with my fast heavy hitters in the end game. Game 2, Sunny Day with Murkrow allowed my Flare Mane to survive the Terra or Shifu attack while always not having to worry about pranks or taunts, so I could match Tailwind and get a slower Sunny Day off in case of a Rain Dance. Game 3 was not expecting Terra Ice Dundozo, but caught the Earthquake with the switch into Rillaboom, and then was able to knock it out with the Chi-Yu. Following up, allowed Flutter Mane partnered with Rillaboom into a solid position against the remainder Pokemon. All 3 Pokemon were very impressive. Bruxish with the Dazzling ability. We didn't really get to face the Shampoo Dragonite, but with the Taunt and Trick Room did give quite a few options. The Murkrow was really solid because I didn't have to worry about the opposing Tornadus taunting in the mirror of Tailwind offense. And the Landorus in Carniform, really strong pick with the Sheer Force Life Orb set. and being able to outspeed some pretty strong Pokemon, again, like the Urshifu Water and Threated for heavy amounts of damage. If you do want to try out the team, the rental code is on your screen, and you can check out the details of the team and the creator down below in the description. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.